Hey everybody, welcome. My name is Davey and welcome to another YouTube video. In this video, I'm going to try and make 10 different honey jelly bottles using these products you see in front of me, using liquid nitrogen. So yes, I'm going to be using liquid nitrogen to freeze honey, syrup, and other syrup-like liquids. But with liquid nitrogen, we can freeze them in minutes. So let's do it. I'm going to try and make 10 different bottles, but we might run out of liquid nitrogen, so we'll just see how far we get. But the goal is 10 honey jelly bottles. Okay, let's get started. For the honey jelly and syrups, we're gonna be using two different bottles. We're gonna be using this one, little barrel looking one, and this small little water bottle that we usually use. This one's gonna be for the ones that are very syrupy and honey-like, and the barrel ones are gonna be used for the ones that we will be freezing with sprinkles and candy, like this one, Nerds. For our first one, we will be making it with Nerds. For this one, we will try and use as little syrup as possible, but we will have to put syrup at the bottom so that the Nerds don't sink. So we added a tiny bit of syrup, I don't know if you can see it, and now we will dump the Nerds inside the little barrel container. All opened up. I was pretty sure they would be inside little bags, but I guess they're just inside the box. Or was that M&M's that does it? Now we just dump them in here. Now we're gonna add more syrup to it, just a tiny bit so that they could just stick together. Now we'll add the rest of the Nerds. Second pack. You know what? Let's make it interesting. I have some ooze tube left. Let's add some ooze tube to it instead of syrup. I don't have a cap for these little barrel bottles, so I'm gonna use some aluminum foil to cover them up. And there we go. I just put them in this ramen container and we make the rest of them so that we can throw them all in liquid nitrogen. Now let's do some M&Ms.
Mini M&Ms.
We'll use a barrel bottle, add a tiny bit of syrup to the base, and then pour the M&Ms. It smells so good. As soon as I opened it, it smelled like chocolate. Let's add a little more. I don't know if it's incorporated very well, so I'm gonna mix them just a tiny bit to make sure they're all covered in the syrup. And there we go. We did the same thing, all nice and incorporated, and we're gonna close it up with aluminum foil. Now let's do some Skittles. You know what? I haven't eaten Skittles in a while. Usually, my favorite ones are the blue ones. I forget what the blue ones are, but it's got a blue packaging. Those are my favorite. So we're gonna use one of these little barrel containers again, add some syrup to the base, and then we add the Skittles. Oh no, they're stuck! No, why is he doing that? Okay, let's try it one more time. No! We'll try this way. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Now we'll add a bit more syrup. Okay, so that should be enough. Now we'll cover it up. We'll move on to the next one. For the next one, we'll make a sprinkles one. These are my favorite type of sprinkles. Now we'll add some syrup. We're gonna be using the same container as the other ones. Hopefully the funnel works for these. It should work. Maybe. Now we add some more syrup. No, you know what? Let's make it interesting. We'll add some more ooze tube and we mix it up. And we're all done. Now we just cover it up with aluminum foil. And now we move on to these bottles. We're done with the other ones. For this one, I want to make an Oreo one, but I'm just too lazy to crush up Oreos. So I'm going to go ahead and cheat. And I'm going to use an Oreo pudding mix. So we'll add some syrup to the container. Then we just grab our funnel and just pour in the mix. Oh no, it's stuck. Okay, not stuck anymore. Let's keep going. Oh no, it's stuck again. Let's unstuck it. I think that might be enough. Let's add a little bit more syrup. Now we just mix it inside the bottle. And that's it. That was easier than I thought. I thought it was gonna take a while just to mix inside the bottle. Now, I got some bubble gum and we'll make a bubble gum one. Have you guys tried this bubble gum? If you haven't tried it, you need to try it. I forgot what I got these. We'll be using one of these bottles again. For this one, I'm gonna be using ooze tube candy because I just feel like it'll just taste better if we use ooze tube candy. Now we'll add all three bubblegums into the bottle. Okay, now let's add the first bubblegum. It's like a bubblegum powder, in case you don't know. You just chew it and it just magically turns into gum. Now we'll add the sour apple. Oh yeah, the first one was strawberry. And now we'll add the blueberry. Now we just mix it all up. Okay, so I'm all done, and it ended up looking like this. Yeah, kind of gross, but it smells really good. Now, I've never done this one before, but we're gonna try and make an edible glitter one. I just want it to look pretty when it comes out of the bottle. So I'm gonna be using different types of sanding sugar and beverage glitter. It's not real glitter, it's basically all sugar. It's edible. Let's add some syrup. Now we'll add the sanding sugar. Now we just mix it up and all done. I don't know why it's supposed to look all silver, but for some reason, it looks purple. And for the last three, I'm just gonna make a regular honey one, a regular syrup one, and one with all the sun-kissed flavors, all mixed together in one bottle. These are little drink mix packets, by the way. Now, here they are. It's now time to freeze them with liquid nitrogen. Let's see if they actually do freeze. Okay, so for this next part, do not try this at home. Do not use liquid nitrogen. Not that anybody has access to it or has it laying around their house, but still, don't try this at home. So yeah, let's move on and get started. We have to hurry because I feel like these are not gonna last long. Can you even see them? We have about 10 minutes before they all start melting. Okay, I'm gonna go with the ones that I think are gonna melt faster. I put them in the liquid nitrogen for about 5 minutes each. I'm not even gonna taste this one. I've already tried it. It's just regular syrup. Just wanted to see if the liquid nitrogen would freeze it. And yeah, check that out. There's like some frostbite or something going on right there. I don't know if you can see it, but yes. Now let's move on to regular honey. Let's just get these boring ones out of the way. Not gonna try this. I already know how frozen honey tastes. Just wanted to see if it would work or if it was able to freeze. Well, it looks like it froze. See? Whoops, I can't even squeeze it out. We'll move on to one that's probably gonna melt a little faster. So let's go with the glitter. You guys remember this one? I made a glitter one. It was nice and silver, but now it just looks purple. I mean, it looks shiny, but it's not silver. Yep, they froze pretty well. Look at, can you even see if it's shiny or not? Can you see it? That was a pretty long one. Did you see that? Okay, this one I do have to taste. Just a small taste, because this is a lot of sugar. Because it's just sugar and syrup, which are both, whatever. Not that much flavor, it just feels like you're chewing very sweet sand. Moving on to the next one. Here is another one. There's like 4 flavors in here. There's peach, grape, orange, and strawberry. Well, anyways, we're gonna go ahead and taste it. It just looks like it's grape. Oh, look at that. You know what? They actually froze pretty well. Look at that. Just tastes like grape. Now we're going to move on to cookies and cream Oreos. It smells so good. It smells like that Hershey's bar that's like cookies and cream. Do you guys know which one I'm talking about? You know what? I think this one froze solid. Yeah, you know what? It does have pieces. Whoa, that was hell. It does have pieces of Oreo in it, so maybe those are what's clogging the exit. There we go. Look at that. Let's taste. I think this might be the most delicious honey jelly that I've ever made. Moving on, okay, this one's also brand new. I'm a little excited. It is just bubblegum flavor. Not bubblegum flavor, it's actually bubblegum. It tastes like bubblegum, but it's also bubblegum. But at the same time, it's a honey jelly, or it's a jelly made out of syrup. Let's just go ahead and try it. It looks not good. We always gotta check if it worked. And yes, it froze very well. It's so sour though. And for some reason it has a bitter taste. And I did not feel any of the gum. Yeah, this one's not good. Moving on to the next one. Let's check out the honey again. Look at that. That is the most thickest honey I've ever seen. Look at that. I want to bite it so bad, but no, I know it's just honey. So I'm not. Look, it's going back inside. I don't want to waste this honey, so I'm gonna put it away because I didn't touch it, I just froze it. It worked! Okay, these are the fun ones. We're gonna try the fun ones now. We're gonna try the sprinkles, candy, M&Ms, and Skittles one. First, let's go with the nerds. I don't know if it worked. Oh no. It worked a little too well. It's frozen solid. I think because it's a lot of candy and candy probably just froze solid, so it worked maybe a little too well. We'll let it sit for a little bit, then we'll come back to it. Now let's do the Skittles. I don't know if this one worked. It's melted. Or maybe I just waited too long. Let's try and squeeze it out of the bottle first. Okay, so I think it worked. Just not very good because the Skittles and stuff are very big. So they just don't come out of the bottle too quick. And it's kind of melting. It just tastes like Skittles with syrup. So for the Skittles, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it did not work. I think because the Skittles are just way too big. Skittles doesn't work. Now let's move on to the mini M&Ms. This one might have worked. It's cracking my fingers. Yeah, I'm gonna say that a lot of these candy ones are just not working. I mean, it looks like it kind of worked. I don't know if you can see it. Or maybe I'm not strong enough. It didn't really work. See, it doesn't make that satisfying squeeze effect. So it didn't really work. The syrup looks like it's melting. It's very basic, just tastes like chocolate.
Did you say chocolate?
Since it doesn't squeeze out properly, I'm gonna say it doesn't work. All the candy honey jellies are just not passing the vibe check. Now we're gonna try the sprinkle confetti mix. Sprinkles. To be honest, I've done this one before and it's worked, but we'll see if the liquid nitrogen was able to make it work. Oh yeah, I think this one worked. See? Oh yes, do you see that? I guess the candies just have to be very small in order for them to work. It's already melting though. It's just sprinkles. We'll give this one a pass. It works if the candy's small enough. Let's go back to the nerds. It's gonna be the last one. Let's see if it worked. Maybe I didn't put enough syrup in it? I've done nerd candy in honey jelly form, but for some reason, I don't know if it's the container or the liquid nitrogen, but it's frozen solid. All the small little candy nerds are stuck to each other. I don't know, I'm gonna say it doesn't work because it didn't work for me, even though it's worked for me in the past, but I used a different bottle. Maybe it was the bottle. I just wanted to see if it worked and it didn't really work. Okay, that was all 10, and out of those 10, only 7 worked. 3 of them didn't work, which was the M&Ms, Skittles, and Nerds. Cause the candy was too big. Were they all good? To be honest, they were all not so good, but the really good one was the cookies and cream one. That one was really good. That was my first time making it, and it was really good. Still a lot of sugar though. Anyways, that's gonna be it for today's video. Thank you for watching. My name is Davey. Subscribe if you have not subscribed. I'll see you in the next video.